welcome him in UCLA. Coach, we'll
Yep.
you have an opening statement, then we'll open up for questions.
Defensively, we were really bad in the second half. Combined with we didn't make shots, 2 for 11, and we missed a bunch of free throws, some of them front ends of the bonus. That's what got us beat. I'm not commenting on officiating, so don't ask. Have the heart to write what you saw. That's what I would tell you.
Okay, we'll open it up to questions. We'll start here on the left with Ben.
Ben Welch, Los Angeles Times. Should we go players first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dylan, what was the plan going into the last play, and how did it kind of unfold in your eyes?
I mean, coach just told me, it was 4 seconds left, that I just have 4 dribbles, and to make a play, we had a fade screen for Will, we had another a ghost screen for me, and then just to make a play out of that.
You did a great job. Paul just didn't go in. Excellent execution by Dylan in that situation.
Third row in the middle.
Coach Eric Lansing, second Kobe City Observer. Your role is multifaceted. You have to play the role of a mentor, disciplinarian, sometimes a teacher. When you reflect on the 23-24 what will you think of this team?
I would need time for that. I would need time for that. I would tell you just off the top of my head, in coaching, it's hard when you're asking guys to do stuff they're not ready to do yet. They're not trained to do yet. And unless your talent supersedes your inexperience, it's really, really hard. And our talent didn't supersede our inexperience this year. So, therefore, I had to ask a lot of guys to do stuff they weren't quite ready to do.
Second row in the middle there, David.
Dave Woods, Bruin Report Online. Dylan, you guys were down 63-53, I think, and then went on a 9-0 run. A lot of fighting, scrapping for balls. What do you think that said about the toughness that's developed for this team?
I mean, for sure, just momentum was just carrying on throughout that whole entire that 9-minute stretch. It felt good, we started playing defense. I feel like we got away from that, during the game, and we were more focused on the offensive part of it. And as you can see, man, they scored, I think that says 38 to 20 in paint points, and they really killed us down there. We have to go back to the drawing board and just figure that out, because it's just unacceptable.
Other questions for Dylan? Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Go
other questions?
ahead.
Oh, you got one more for Dylan? Sorry.
Dylan, when you reflect over the season, how have you grown? And going into the offseason, what aspects of your game will you focus on?
Just working on, being more of a leader, more vocal leader, and just being an extension of Coach Cronin as well. And just, just working on my game 24/7, just being ready to, whenever my number is called, man, just be ready. So.
Okay, thank you, Dylan. Any other questions for Coach? Start here on the left, Matt.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Mick, what makes Dante just so hard to defend?
Experience. Good player, playing his 5th season.
Michelle here in the front.
But
Oh, sorry.
the last 2 times we played Oregon, Adem played 16 minutes and 18 minutes. Tonight, we're +7 with him on the floor. What if he'd have played 30 minutes? +12, +15, easy victory.
Michelle.
You guys saw the same stuff I saw, and I've already watched it on the video.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Coach, obviously UCLA is the brand in this conference when it comes to basketball. Your last Pac-12 game, can you kind of talk about your thoughts on, the Pac-12? And
Sad. I think I would only hope, I think I know this because I followed it close, although I've never spoken to our head of the NCAA, Mr. Baker. He's doing everything he can to save college sports, literally everything he can. And all you got to do is look at what happened to this great conference and realize it can happen to all of college sports. Like people with all this stuff, I'll throw something out and people will say, well, that can't happen. I said, well, if you'd have met me 5 years ago and I'd have told you all this was going on, you'd have said, well, there's no way. You're not in the Big Ten. There's not collectives recruiting and paying players. Courts saying the NCAA, every time we have a rule, the court says you can't have one. I mean, it's, you know. So here's what I got for you. If Fale Dante is making NIL money and say let's just assume it's better than what he can make professionally next year. He should get an attorney and he should get an injunction so he can keep playing college. Because we lose every other case, the NCAA. And I know you used to looking at me like, you're crazy. But why wouldn't he do that? Because in our co-eds, was taken away his right to make a living. I bet he would win. I mean, every other case wins. So, I mean, the whole thing's nuts, you know. But as far as the Pac-12 look at, you know, I feel bad for the West Coast basketball fans and personally for UCLA fans and mainly for the alumni that have hung so many banners and just been such an illustrious part of the Pac-12, you know, records and all, you know, all that stuff. Where's all that go? Like Don McLean, leading scorer in the history. I mean, what would, you know, I might have to go have a few cold ones with Don. He's going to be really depressed. I know him. Worried about him now that I say it. All right, guys, we're good?
Sorry, one more.
Yep.
Jan played a ton of minutes tonight,
Yes.
and he also played yesterday.
Yes.
What do you thought of his play the last couple of games,
I think
especially?
he's been a great kid all year, listening, trying every day. He's a great example of what you want as a coach. Yeah, you know, you ask kids, hey, whether you play or not, to come in, work your ass off, have a great attitude, and very few do that, and he does. So I'll just reward him. And we have some other guys just not producing, or they don't listen. So I'll just, you know, he listens and he tries. He does two things really, you know. So I just wish I could get him quit shooting off one foot.
One more if I could. We saw a lot of growth obviously from Dylan, Jan in the last couple of games, Adai over the last month or so. How would you kind of balance like wanting to keep as many of these guys together?
Yeah, you know, we just lost. I get it. We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll go over all. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm sure Dana's out in the hall. You know, look, it's all crazy. I mean, everybody's a free agent. So I know I mean, it's the way it is. So we'll deal with it all. So all right,
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Coach.